Dealerships all across the country right now are shutting down.
Hi, Brandon. The car industry is clearly in a crisis.
Check this out, big F450 Super Duty trucks. There you go, right there. And the price is $89,000.
A few short years ago, people saw value in buying a full-size diesel pickup truck like this that would literally go for 50 or 60 grand.
People cannot afford to buy these $100, $110, $120,000 SUVs anymore.
New 2024, a new 2023, and a new 2025. It is never a good situation when the automaker has 3 years worth of new vehicles on their lot.
This whole lot of Lincolns right here, every single one of them is over $100,000.
Some people will look at this and they will say, are you kidding me? I mean, that's basically a house payment.
But if you were worried about car prices being too expensive, check this out. This Navigator, it's on sale. It's only $95,000.
So you know me, Brandon, I'm constantly looking for the weakness in this economy right now because you don't really have to look for it too hard to be truthful, but everywhere I turn around and every time I plan one of my videos, I see new data that just backs up how broke everybody is and how out of money everyone is.
Car prices have dropped so much that now I can buy stuff like this Toyota Camry that I'm selling for $3,000 here on my car lot.
Right now, it doesn't matter whether you walk down car lots. I'm looking at trucks here, lots and lots of Rams, specifically the 2500, the 3500s are not selling.
So I'm at a Lincoln dealer right now, and 10 years ago, the highest trim level of a Lincoln Navigator cost $61,000. And today you've got them that are running at $126,000. Absolutely insane.
And then a lot of these dealers don't understand why these vehicles aren't selling.
And if you're buying one of these, you might as well go ahead and take a 30-year fixed out on it, because you know what? You might have to live in it.
And why the inventory constantly builds, it's because of this. What we're looking at here is a Compass Altitude 4x4, and this is listed at $48,710. These prices are crushing the average buyer.
And I want to look at some of these Super Duty trucks. These are trucks built to work, right? The working man needs these to actually work to make money. And it's $92,000. This is a F350.
What's up, Brandon? Zach here from CarEdge.com. Let me show you what's going on with new car inventory. It is abysmal, to say the least. Let's just click on the first one here. We've got an in-transit 2024 Ford Mustang Mach-E GT. Drum roll, please. 2,070 days supply of inventory. This is in Boston, Massachusetts. Within 500 miles of Boston, Massachusetts, there are 230 of these vehicles for sale, same year, make, model, and trim, yet only 5 have sold in the last 45 days.
So I'm at a Ford dealership right now, and they have tons and tons of brand new trucks. But guess what? They have them all over here too. This is their service department. You cannot find an empty parking space because they have brand new trucks stacked up in all of these spaces.
Vehicles are not selling. Cars, SUVs, not selling all that well unless they provide extreme value, which a lot of these high prices now no longer show the value that they once did.
Okay, so check this out. This is one of Ford's lowest trim levels. This is an XLT, and on this truck, the price is still $61,000. And there you go, check it out. That's the lifted package, because it's lifted, it's up in the air, lifted up. Yeah. And remember, there was a time that you couldn't find certain vehicles, but now, no longer. These are Raptor Broncos. There's 2 of them right here. They're here. A lot of these vehicles that you couldn't find anywhere, they're now popping up at dealerships where you don't have to special order. You don't have to be on a list. And it's because people don't have the money to buy them anymore.
The amount of bankruptcy filings that we're seeing with companies right now is the highest level that we have seen since 2010. Just as of May of 2024, there have been 277 companies that have filed for bankruptcy so far this year, and we're not even halfway through the year. So that is a troubling sign, and this is happening because people aren't spending the money.
Primarily, when you look at full-size trucks like this, we have gorgeous Rams with a Laramie right there. They're absolutely beautiful. They have the nice touches, big, bold wheels, of course. A Cummins diesel, 3500 HD. It's an absolute gorgeous truck. But, you know, sure, it's got sunroof, it's got leather interior, Night Crew Edition 4x4, and it's $114,000. Maybe I'll just buy a Porsche 911, slap a decal on the side, and use that for business purposes. I can probably make more money doing that.
And right here, here is the cheapest full-size truck that you can get through Ford right now. It's a Ford STX, and it's still $53,000. So I actually just asked a salesperson to show me what the cheapest thing out here was. He said it was this one right here. So what you got is you got a 2014 Ford Focus. It's got 120,000 miles, and they're selling it for $9,450.
It doesn't matter what zip code you put in the Car Edge magic machine. Let's go to Scottsdale, Arizona, for example. Ford Mustang Mach-E. Drum roll, please. 418 days supply, 65 of these for sale within 100 miles of Scottsdale, Arizona. Only 7 have sold in the last 45 days.
And here's a massive problem across the whole car market. I'm at Ford right here, and what do you not see? You don't see 4-door affordable cars anymore. They just don't make them. Ford, GM, Stellantis, the big three, they don't make them. You can either buy a Mustang that's sitting over there, or you have to spend crazy, crazy money for one of these big SUVs or one of these big trucks. Those are your options.
Automakers want their days supply and dealers want their days supply to be 60. All right. So when you've got 418 and 2,000, that means you have a significant oversupply. So that's Ford.
Actually, there is a third option. You can buy one of these Mach-E's, but let's be honest, nobody's taking that option. So here's a big issue right now in the car market. We have cars that are used that are even crazy priced. So this is a Lincoln Navigator. This is a used Lincoln Navigator. $95,000. We've got another one right here, $61,000. More used vehicles, $36,000, $58,000 right here. And these, guess what? Guess what? These are on sale. These are on sale, and they're $58,000 for a used 2021. And cars continue to fall in the EV space. Recently, Fisker just went bankrupt.
Why are they not selling? Why are the dealers starting to struggle? Well, we know vehicles like manufacturers like Ram, Stellantis, Product, Jeep, Chrysler are some of the longest standing, or they sit on the lot longest because they have the day supply. They're actually double what the industry average is, and we're over 140, 150, and 160 days supply.
And check this out. So the result of people not buying vehicles, guess what? All these cars, all these trucks sitting on dealers' lot, sitting here, rotting away, not selling. This is happening all across the country.
And there was a time when SUVs like this fit the bill for many families, growing families, but unfortunately, cost of living crisis and the high cost of vehicles is prohibiting that. Now, this is where they actually have to go. They actually have to give up buying one of those mid-size SUVs and go with something a little bit smaller like this, because this is the only thing that might even fit a lot of the bills.
And if you're a very large family, here we go. We got the Ford Expedition, but here at Ford, for a large family, if you need a big vehicle, this is what you're paying. It's $75,000.
I actually check on some of the sites, Car Gurus, for example, and I'm pulling up statistics that shows a lot of these vehicles have been around for 2 or 3 years. Why is that happening?
Let's take a peek at Ram. And I think Ram is especially interesting because, well, Stellantis has been struggling with an oversupply of inventory for a while now, but Ram is actually delivering new 2025 1500s to their dealers. You can see right here, this is a perfect example. The first row of results are a new 2024, a new 2023, and a new 2025. Brandon, it is never a good situation when the automaker has 3 years worth of new vehicles on their lot, 23s, 24s, and 25s. And look at the price on the 25, $73,000 MSRP. And there you go, a 1,080 days supply, 144 of these for sale. Only 6 have sold in the last 45 days. Tough time to be a car dealer, Brandon. That's for doggone sure.
We've even seen that 40% of EV drivers right now, their next vehicle will not be electric. So for the EV space, that means more bad news to come. The EV market's getting worse and worse and worse.
But some of this problem is twofold. Number one, of course, we're talking about manufacturers that are trying to develop and enhance some of their market capacity. They're trying to build out market share, and as well, they're trying to transition to the EV space. Of course, in doing so, they have to charge a lot more for their old school internal combustion engines to to sell those to develop money or bring money in for the development of their electric vehicle division, which vehicles like Stellantis and Ford are on the forefront of trying to produce vehicles that are in that capacity.
And here's the thing, if you were looking at used vehicles about 5 years ago and you saw something that was $20,000, you were not expecting it to have over about 50,000 miles. But look at this right here. This 2019 GMC Acadia, it's got 113,000 miles. This was unheard of 5-6 years ago for you to pay $20,000 for something that has over 100,000 miles on it.
The other issue is these are dealers. These are independent dealers, and the dealers themselves have little control relative to the manufacturer. If the manufacturer draws a hard line, then these dealers are sort of stuck. There's only so far that they can go. Prices have been ratcheted up in the last 3 or 4 years to an alarming rate.
All right, so I want you to check this out. Look all behind me, this row right here, this row right here. There's another row right behind me, all brand new Lincolns. We're at a Lincoln dealership. It's on the other side right there, but they have a row of used on the other side of this. So all of these brand new Lincolns are actually in their used section. This is their overflow lot for their new store. They're stacking up everywhere. People cannot afford to buy these $100, $110, $120,000 SUVs anymore.
Then we have HD trucks here, obviously a pile of Rams, and on the other side we have a pile of new half tons. And we can't forget, way over there, there's row upon row upon row of other trucks. And customers are looking for value. In the cost of living crisis, people don't have the money. So they unfortunately are stuck trying to pay these high vehicle prices, and a lot of people are just electing not to do that. When we look at vehicles like this, we have a Durango SRT, which is clearly a middle-of-the-road garden variety ma and pa type vehicle, but this one here has the 392 Premium, and it's actually a very nice looking unit, nicely equipped. Yes, we get leather interior, we get sunroof on top, but 392 Premium all-wheel drive. This is the hot poppers, obviously with the 400 and change V8 engine, and this is at a whopping price of $105,000 right there. Again, another excruciatingly highly priced vehicle. There's a time you'd never dream of that. You could get into a high-end exotic car almost for not much more money than that back a few short years ago.
So now in the EV market, they're getting hit from two sides. You're having adoption is slower than what everyone thought it was going to be. And then two, just overall for the car market, people are buying less vehicles. So for EVs, people have less money to buy them, and across the board, fewer people are wanting EVs in general. All right, so check this out right now. I want to show you this car right here. This is a $3,000 Toyota Camry that I was able to buy and sell it. So I'm able to buy it way cheaper than this to be able to sell it on my car lot. See, 6 months ago, this same car on the wholesale level at auction, I would have to buy for $3,000, meaning I would have to sell it for $4,000, $4,500. But it's not the case now, and it's because car dealers are not able to buy like they were 6 months ago because they're not selling their cars. It's harder for them to get people into loans, and people have less money right now. So stuff like this is falling through the cracks. Now I'm able to buy it and sell it to my customer for $3,000. Haven't been able to do that in a very, very, very long time. So in this car market, if you are a small family and you want a family vehicle, let's say what's traditionally a family vehicle in Ford, it's a Ford Explorer, right? This is your option that you have. So the average family, what are they having to pay? Check that out. It's $50,000. So if all of this wasn't bad enough for a lot of these dealerships, we have CDK, which is a dealer management software, just got hacked by cyber attackers. And what's happened is they have actually shut down a lot of these dealerships from being able to sell cars. At this dealership right here, I just talked to a salesperson, and what they are having to do right now is literally do every sale by pen and paper. And I can tell you that there's a lot of salespeople, they are not going to be able to do this. Dealerships are losing sales right now because of this dealer management software shutdown. Check this out, it's a Raptor Bronco, and it's on sale. They wouldn't have to do that, and it's $97,000. And we have another one right here, a black one, and it's $86,000. Check this thing out. It is cool, it's a Raptor, it's here, it exists, $86,000 on sale, and it's still sitting here. And people, for the most part, nope.
You're getting a lot more toll pay. You're getting a lot more
and fewer people want them that, nope.
Hey Brandon, this is a very basic bare bones.
Fewer people are even wanting them than that.
Dodge Ram, and of course we're looking at Oops.
And fewer people are even wanting them than first anticipated. No, I'm not saying this right. Let's see here. This is good for the end of the video, I guess.